that. Now, what happens when the chains that link a critical system break? More so when that link is the only hope that the citizens of Kenya rest upon. Tonight, in the first installment of an exclusive series on broken government services, we show what happens when the load of responsibility is transferred to the ordinary mwananchi, tracking the road of broken promises in the healthcare, national identity cards, pensioners, among other key sectors. Now, in part one, we focus on the backlog in the issuance of passports, which has seen mammoth lines sprout out at Nyayo House, contradicting the statement by Cabinet Secretary at the helm of this essential service, Professor Kithure Kindiki, that passports would be issued within 10 days after the physical submission of forms. NTV's Gina Kirori starts off our series, which will run every Tuesday on the Daily Nation and NTV. Here now is that report.
Believe it or not, this is a line of people waiting to get into Nyayo House to know the status of their passport application. Let's take it back to September 2023, when Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki made a surprise visit to Nyayo House. Little did many of the Kenyans know that the wait was about to be characterized by longer waits and even lengthier lines, snaking their way against what before was the car park of Nyayo House.
What the people of Kenya are going through is very painful. It should not have happened in the first place, but this is where we are. The solution is not to lament, the solution is to fix it. In
present day, the exhaustion at Nyayo House is palpable. The only thing more broken than the systems here is the broken hopes of Kenyans, some of whom have delayed in reporting for work, education, and other opportunities. Some line up with their babies strapped on their backs, while others give in to the sleep they're wrestling with. All this happens before the desperate push to get ahead of the line, where the attendant shouts out different names of Kenyans who hold their passport application papers in the air so that she can see them. Among those lost in the crowd is a man who we will name Musa, as he has asked us to conceal his identity.
Ni kazi ya kujenga estate. Na nilikuwa nimepatiwa 3 weeks, 4 weeks niende na sijawahi pata passport ya kwenda Somaliland.
Despite the approved stamp that streaks the receipt that Musa received as proof that he had completed his passport application, he still continues to join the line of tired Kenyans waiting to receive the document after almost 1 year.
Hata kwenda kuangalia passport sometime ninakosa fare. Minatembea mguu mpaka Nyayo House, hata minarudi mguu mpaka hapa pipeline. Miguu juu sijapata kazi zingine, ni ile tu ya kupata siku moja siku mbili ile ya kuhustle.
It has become among the most coveted documents owing to how evasive it is to get it. Job opportunities and scholarships have been lost by those who trek to Nyayo House on an almost daily basis, only to be met with the same disappointing and ambiguous response of machines breaking down. Musa visits Nyayo House at least once a week to check on the progress of his passport. While Musa was the only one who agreed to speak on camera, other sources interviewed at Nyayo House said they have been waiting for more than 1 year for their passport. One 23-year-old from Utawala, who received a scholarship to study economics in the United States, had not received his passport since finishing the process in June 2023 and missed the intake in September 2023. When questioned about the delays in the issuance of passports, the Ministry of Interior and National Administration, through the Office of the Director General Evelyn Cheluget, stated that from November last year, the Directorate of Immigration Services has experienced a surge in the number of passport applications due to labor export policy, academics, and diaspora cases during the festive season in December. The situation has been exacerbated by delays in the supply of critical materials used in passports production due to the disruption of global supply lines. The ministry does not say when they expect the problem to be resolved, only adding that the Directorate regularly replenishes passport stocks and is committed to ensuring that urgent applications are expedited. During one of the over 5 visits the Interior CS made to Nyayo House last year, he labelled the passport office a crime scene and vowed to remove the cartels causing bottlenecks after reports of bribery for passports surfaced. Some Kenyans have had to pay as much as 60,000 shillings in bribes to avoid missing travel deadlines. However, for some Kenyans such as Musa, the struggle to get a passport is written all over his shoes, which show the wear and tear of his efforts to search for better opportunities outside the country to better his and his family's life. Though we may have given him a lift to help reach the Central Business District for his weekly routine to check the status of his passport, he is uncertain of what tomorrow will hold. Ngina Kirori, NTV.